Hey, and welcome to today's video. So it might look like I'm outside with a flashlight in my face, and that's because I am. I have a campfire here, and I'm out camping with my dog. I love doing this just to get away from the whole tech side of things sometimes and disconnect. Anyway, on to today's question. Is a portfolio website worth making? In short, no, I don't think it is. I didn't make one, and I'm not sure that it's going to be the thing that gets you a job. However, I think there is maybe some value in having a portfolio website, depending on what your goals are. Now, what is a portfolio website? Essentially just a basic website about you. So usually there's a hero saying, hey, my name is Ben and I'm a full stack developer or I'm a front end developer. And you'll scroll down, there'll be a section on your technologies and then another section below that about the projects that you have where you can link and click through to those. So it's essentially just like an expanded business card, or you could say it's your resume on paper. But to be honest, I don't think many recruiters really look at them. They might click through, but generally think of it from a recruiter's perspective, especially in tech jobs these days. You have a couple hundred applicants coming in, and that's a couple hundred resumes to filter through. Are you going to click on the portfolio website of every single one of these? No, not really. You're going to look at the resume and you're going to filter in the people that have the most interesting, relevant experience for the role that you are hiring. The portfolio thing, it's a nice to have, right? But it's not going to get you through in that filtering stage. And the same deal, if you do get through and you do well and you're in the running with maybe two other people, one other person, and they're going to choose between you and the other alternatives that they have, is your portfolio website going to be the difference there? Unless it's really good, and I have seen some amazing portfolio websites, but they are the outliers. There are not many like it. Then I don't think it's going to be the clincher that you would need in this case. I don't think it's going to add much value to you. Now, that's not to say don't make one. I believe one of the projects in the Odin project is to make a portfolio website, and that's fine because it's great experience in building a small website. And you learn how to, build sections with HTML markup, maybe some JavaScript, maybe you have some little animations in there that you can experiment and play around with for the first time. That's great. It's a learning tool in that case. But would I recommend you to spend a lot of time on it? No, I wouldn't. Just because I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze. And then further on, it's something that you're going to have to maintain. So think of it this way. You're going to have to maintain your resume. That's already enough work when you're going to applying to new jobs. It's like, I've got to update my resume. It's a bit annoying to have to do every single time. And then your resume should really match your portfolio website. Otherwise, your portfolio website is useless. You don't want people to be linking through to your portfolio website and it being thin. And missing stuff that's on your resume, because then what is the point, right? So from that perspective, I just think it's another thing that you have to maintain, and it is another thing that's going to take your time. And I don't think that a portfolio website is going to add much value in your job hunting pursuits. I like to think of it really as a flashy business card, right? So if put it this way, somebody's trying to sell you something. Just because their business card is flashy does not mean that you're going to buy their service or product, right? You're going to look at them, you're going to judge the service and the product based on their sales speech, right? And your needs. That's going to be the decision that you make, whether or not you go with them. The flashy business card, it's a nice thing to have. And I see the exact same thing for a portfolio website. And really, like I said, it's something that's going to take up a lot of time to maintain as well and keep up to date. And I think really where the value comes in is you can invest that time building the connections. So again, from and this is connections with people. And using the business card analogy, it's like getting that business card in as many people's hands as possible, which means that you've made as many introductions as you can, right? You've built a network. You've gone out there and you talked to as many people, and in this case, recruiters or people working in companies who are hiring, as possible. And you've got your name out there, right? That is the important thing to do. It's called professional networking. And I talk about this a lot in my other videos. That is worth way more of your time than building a portfolio website is. I think it's going to pay off far more. Now, there might be some roles where a portfolio website is more useful, especially if you're a front-end developer and you want to display some flashy stuff or maybe some really kind of out there animations. Then it might be worth having, spending that time and building up a cool website. But for someone who's full stack, for someone who's working in the back end, I really just don't think it's worth your time. Instead, spend that time getting out there and talking to as many people as you can in person and also online on social networks like, LinkedIn, Discord, whatever else might be. For me, LinkedIn is the number one I would recommend you going and doing. Yeah, and that's my thoughts on portfolio websites. So not really worth it. Can be a useful little learning tool, but really you're way better off spending your time on networking and getting yourself in front of as many people as possible. Okay, good luck and have a good one. See you in the next one.